So first of all, we'll see the basic counting principles. So whenever a problem has been given, what are the things that we are supposed to look for going for the counting and getting the result? So there are two possible things will be there. One thing is the calculating entities may depend on one another, or they may be completely independent. Two things will be there. One is completely independent. Another thing is one is depending upon another. So what is the meaning of this? Unless until you calculate the first one, you cannot go for the calculation of the second one. Okay. That is what they call one is dependent upon another. Next case is both are completely independent. Okay, one first calculation no way related with the other calculation. So these two possibilities will be there. Okay. And again, previously we have seen the Boolean operations like AND and OR operations. So in the problem situation, whenever you find AND OR kind of things, so how to use this particular independency and dependency? Based on that, how can we go for calculation? These are the things that we are going to see in this particular concept. So counting and combinatorics, count the number of ways to put things together into various combinations. Example, if a password is of 6, 7 or 8 characters long, this is always recommended whenever you enter any password or set for password, at least of 8 characters. So they sometimes some of the websites will ask you to go for at least minimum 8 characters and maximum 15 characters, just like that. And also the combination of capital letters, small letters, special symbols. Okay, these are the various other combinations that you can use. If a password is of 6, 7 or 8 characters long, a character is an uppercase letter or a digit, and the password is required to include at least one digit, so that how many passwords can be there. That means with this structure, so how many passwords that you can generate or can you use? So this is what we call combinations. So with one letter or one digit, at least one digit, and remaining are all of characters. So how many combinations you can make? Or if you have been given 3 nodes, that is not 3 nodes. Actually, how many graphs are there with n nodes? So you have been given n nodes. With this, how many graphs you can construct so that how many of those are 3 colorable? 3 colorable is nothing but, first of all, for example, you have been given the colors like red, blue, and red, blue, and green. So you have painted one node with red, another node with green, another node with blue, so that the next node should not be, or the adjacent node should not get the same color. Okay. So this is the what called graph coloring problem. So that means how many combinations you can make and you can represent graphs with these colors. So this is what we call combination problems. So how can we figure out? So first of all, there are 2 methods are there to do this. First one is sum rule, another is product rule. So what is sum rule? Let us consider two tasks. M is the number of ways to do task 1, and N is the number of ways to do task 2. So a task can be done in M ways, task 2 can be done in N ways. Tasks are independent of each other. So that means one is not depending upon another. And perform task 1 does not accomplish task 2 and vice versa. It is just like you are doing one task and which will not affect the task 2. So the sum rule says that the number of ways that either task 1 or task 2 can be done, but not both, is M plus 1, M plus N. So that is what the summation rule is. So task 1 can be done in M ways and task 2 can be done in M ways, and both are independent of each other. So how many possible ways you can do this is M plus N ways. In case of Boolean logic, we have seen one example that there exist three elements, three variables, which is having two possibilities, and how many ways you can arrange them. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2. So which are dependent on one another. So there is combinations here. So, and here it is some rule which is completely independent of each other. So a student can choose a computer project from one of three lists. The three lists containing 23, 15, and 19 possible projects respectively. How many possible projects are there to choose from? So that means how many projects the student can choose. So 23 plus 15 plus 19. So totally, whatever the sum you will get, that many possibilities will be there to choose from. How many strings of 4 decimal digits have exactly 3 digits that are 9? How many strings of 4 decimal digits have exactly 3 digits that are 9s? So out of 4 decimal digits, 3 digits are 9s. So a string can have the non-9 digit as the first digit, non-9 digit as the second digit, non-9 digit as the third digit, as well as non-9 digit as the fourth digit. So these are the possibilities. Thus, we use the sum rule for each of those that are 9 possibilities for non-9 digits. The answer is 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 is equal to 36. So this is some rule that we can use here. If A is the set of ways to do task 1 and B is the set of ways to do the task 2, and if A and B are disjoint means completely independent. It disjoint. So the ways to do either task 1 or task 2 is A union B or A plus B. That is cardinality of A plus cardinality of B. Now we'll move on to the product rule. Let us consider two tasks. M is the number of ways to do task 1. N is the number of ways to do task 2. Tasks are independent of each other. That is, performing task 1 does not accomplish performing the task 2 and vice versa. So the product rule says that the number of ways that the both task 1, see here you look at the convention, task 1 and task 2. So both task 1 and task 2 can be done in M into N ways. So here there are 18 ECE major and 325 CS majors are there. How many ways there are? How many ways are there to pick one ECE major and one CSE major? You have to choose one from ECE and one from CS major, and that is combination, one followed by another. So in such a cases, so the total is like this, 18 into 325, which is 5850 ways. How many different license plates are available if each plate contains a sequence of 3 letters followed by 3 digits? Sequence of 3 letters followed by 3 digits. And non-sequence of letters are prohibited even if they are absent. So the license plate consisting of 3 letters followed by 3 digits. So 3 letters means here there are 26 possibilities to have letters, bring us A to Z. And digits means 0 to 9, 10 possibilities are there. So first letter can be of 26 possibilities. Next is 26, next is 26, next is 10, 10, 10. So 26 into 26 into 26 into 10 into 10 into 10. So that many possibilities you will be having to have the license plates. So in same way here, mapping rule also, the cardinality or multiplicity rule. It also says that how many functions are there from set A to set B. So in A, there are 3 data points, and B, there are four data points. So how many mappings you can make? So to define each function, we have to make three choices, one for each element of A. Each has four options to set an element from B. So that is three combinations. One is 3. So how many ways can each can be made? Like 4, 4, 4. So that means 4 cube. So that is equal to that is four data points in B and 3 data points in A. So each data point in B has 3 possibilities of mapping. So 4 cube, which is 64. Where in case of binary digits, we have seen if there are 3 variables, each variable having 2 states. So how many combinations you can make? 2 power 3. So this is what we have seen. The same combination here. So here, how many Boolean functions on n variables? Here, Boolean functions, not Boolean combinations. This already we have discussed when we discussed the Boolean algebra. Boolean functions means 2 power, just to recall, what is the value? 2 power of 2 power n. So this is what the Boolean functions are related to. That is Boolean functions f of x comma y comma z. So 3 variables function. So 3 variable functions means how many combinations you can make. So 2 power n. So how many one to one functions are there from set A to set B? Here A has 3 data points and B has 4 data points. To define each function, we have to make 3 choices, one for each element of A. So how many ways can each choice can be made is 24. How? So 4 into 3 into 2 combinations. So what if A is 4? If that is one for each element of A. But if A has four data points, then 4 options will be there. Simple. Okay. It's of 4 options will be there. So this is called permutations. That is how many possible ways you can map one to one. So this is called permutations P of n comma r. For R permutations, here P of 4 comma 3, 3 unique choices out of 4 objects. So this is what the order matters here. So out of 4 data points in B, 3 possible mappings will be there. 3 choices will be there. So which is called permutations. So for this, if you have these many choices, then 4 factorial by 4 minus 3 factorial. This is the combination that you make to get the answer. How many strings of 4 decimal digits do not contain the same digit twice? How many combinations you can make it? So we want to choose a digit, then another is that of that is not the same, then another. Like that we need to do first 10 possibilities, second 9 possibilities, next because already you have chosen the first one, so you don't have the 10 possibilities for the next choosing. So that is only 9 possibilities will be there. Once you choose the first and second, then you will be having only 8 possibilities to choose the third one. So like that, third digit is 8 possibilities and fourth digit 7 possibilities. Like that, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7, which is 5040. Now, how many strings of 4 decimal digits ends with an even digit? So even digit means 0 to 9. In that 0 to 9, how many even digits will be there? 5 even digits will be there. 5 odd digits will be there. So last digit is fixed. Okay, all are even digits only. So first 3 digits have 10 possibilities. Last digit is having 5 possibilities. So first digit 10 possibilities, second digit 10 possibilities, third digit 10 possibilities, last digit should be even. So this is the only condition we have mentioned. There is no condition for the first three digits. So 10 into 10 into 10 into 5, which is 5000. So this is the way we can go for this thing. So if A is the set of ways to do task 1 and B is the set of ways to do task 2, and if A and B are disjoint, then there are the ways to do task 1 and task 2 can be represented as A cross B, which is A cross B is equal to the coordinate of A into coordinate of B. Coming the product rule and the sum rule, thus we can solve more interesting and complex problems that we'll see next. Count the number of ways to put things together into various combinations. If a password is the same example that we have discussed previously, if the password is 6, 7, or 8 characters long, a character is an uppercase letter or a digit. So a character is of uppercase letter or a digit, and the password is required to include at least one digit. How many passwords can be there? So let P is total number of possible passwords. PI is the total number of passwords of length 6, 7, 8. So P is equal to the number of possibilities of 6 characters length, 7 characters length, and 8 characters length is P6, P7, and P8. PA is computing it directly is somewhat tricky. So what we do is, we'll see how many possibilities will be there for the 6 combinations. That means one should be the character and another should be the digit. So at least one digit should be there in that password. So PI is equal to the popular is like counting trick. Let's calculate all of them, including those with no digits, and subtract one with no digits. So 36, why you got 36 means digits and letter characters. So English alphabet characters 26 plus digits 10, 0 to 9. So if you combine this, 36 will be there. 36 power I minus 26 power I. So this is the combination that we can make. So for 6 characters, 36 power 6 minus 26 power 6, plus for 7 characters, 36 power 7 minus 26 power 7, plus 8 characters, 36 power 8 minus 26 power 8. So these are the combinations we make with the product and sum rule, and then we'll get these many combinations of passwords. Now, this is an interesting example with various combinations. There is a wedding going on, and bride and bridegroom is there, and along with some relatives have also come and to take photo of the particular with bride and bridegroom. So here consider a wedding picture of 6 people. There are 10 people, including the bride and groom. How many possibilities are there if the bride must be in the picture? Okay, bride must be there in the picture. If bride must be there in the picture, then how many combinations you can make? Possibilities are there if the bride must be in the picture. So if you use the product rule, place the bride and then place the rest of the party. So the one who came for the taking of the snapshot, so they can go for that. So first place the bride, then she can be in one of the 6 positions. Next, place the other 5 people via the product rule. There are 9 people to choose for the second person and 8 for the third. Like that you can make it. So 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5, total 6 combinations. So 6, that is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 multiplies. Then it will come to the 1, 5, 1, 2, 0. And the product rule yields 6 into, because 6 people are there. So 6 into 1, 5, 1, 2, 0. See, 90,720 possibilities will be there to take that picture. Are we counting some same subset of folks in different positions? Yes. Not bride is treated differently. We have not treated bride differently. Bride can be anywhere in the particular picture, either maybe at the beginning or the ending or in the middle or maybe anywhere. So the reason we are not taking the bride separately. Now we'll see with the restrictions on bride and groom. Consider a wedding picture of 6 people. There are 10 people, including the bride and groom. How many possibilities are there if the bride and groom must both be in the picture? Product rule: place the bride and or groom and then place the rest of the party. So first place the bride and groom. So she can be in one of the 6 positions. He can be in one of the 5 remaining positions. Total 30 positions or possibilities will be there. So next place other 4 people via the product rule. There are 8 people to choose from the third person, for the third person, 7 for the fourth, and so on. So 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. So here in the first stage it is 30 possibilities, and 30 into this figure you will get up to 50,400 possibilities. Inclusion and exclusion principle. This is already we have discussed when we discussed this sets example, sets concept. Suppose that a task can be done in n1 or n2 ways, but some of the set of n1 ways to do the task are the same as some of the ways of n2 ways to do the task. So cannot simply add n1 and n2. So there is a commonality in doing of n1, doing of task 1 and task 2. So we cannot add them directly. So instead, just we'll add them and subtract the common ways. So that is what the concept here. So this technique is called principle of inclusion, then exclusion or subtraction principle, which is called A union A2. When you have the common ways of doing for A1 and A2, then first you add the cardinality of A1 and cardinality of A2 and subtract the common ways from that. So A intersection A2. So this is what the inclusion exclusion principle. This we have seen in the set theory and also in the Venn diagrams, Venn diagram representation. How many bit strings of length 8 start with 1 or ends with 0, 0? So count the bits strings starting with 1. So how many bit strings of length 8 start with 1? So count the bit strings that start with 1. So 1 followed by the 7 bits. So 2 power 7, that is 128. Last 2 bits must be 0, 0. So that means out of 8, how many combinations you can make? 6. That is 2 power. So rest of the bits can be of anything. Okay. So 1 followed by 5 zeros and finally 0, 0. Okay. So 2 power 6, 64. So count bits that starts with both 1 and 0, 0. So we'll call the first one as A1 and A2. But in A1 also last 0 zeros may occur. In second one also beginning 1 may occur. So there is possible ways are there. Common ways are there for the A1 and A2. So what you do is you are supposed to, the rest of the bits can be done in any ways because you leave the first bit and last 2 bits. So out of 8 minus 3, 5 is equal to 5. So 2 power 5 possibilities are there. So here this is A1 intersection A2. Now use the formula A1 union A2, the 2 power 7 plus 2 power 6 minus 2 power 5. What is the number of possibilities? That is 160 possibilities. This is the way you are supposed to do. When there exists commonality in doing task 1 and task 2, then you are supposed to do like this. The same can also be represented using trees also, but if the number of variables are more, it is very difficult for us to draw the tree. But we can use the direct formula to represent this. How many bit strings of length 4 do not have 2 consecutive ones? In some cases, we can use tree diagram for counting 8 without 2 consecutive ones. That is first bit 1 0, second bit 0 1 0, third bit for whenever you got 0 then 1 0, when you got 1 then 0, then when you got 0 1 0. So like that if you make combination, so these are the 8 without two consecutive ones. So that diagrammatically also you can see, or you can we can also use direct formula for representing this. This another example. A playoff between two teams consists of at most 5 games. The first team that wins 3 games wins the playoff. How many different ways are there? So let us start with this and team 1 and team 2. Team 2 can play with team 2, then can go for team 2, team 1. So these are the various possible games combinations, and it can be shown in the pictorial representation. Suppose a t-shirt come with 5 different sizes: small, medium, L, XL, and double XL. Further, suppose that each size comes in 4 colors: white, green, red, and black, except XL, which comes only in red, green, and black. So double XL, which comes only in green and black. How many possible size and colors of t-shirts are there? It is very simple. That is, you can make the small. There is a restriction on the XL and restriction on the double XL. So except these two, remaining all have the white, red, green, and blue colors of t-shirts. So this is what the permutation, that is permutation combinations, and how to calculate these combinations via. For this we use two techniques called sum rule and the product rule.